Hey, it's me. I'm your nosy neighbor lady. This is your nosy neighbor lady show. You are. This is your turn to introduce yourself. My neighbors already know because we are kind of smart like that. Even though education and smartness is deemed an unvaluable quality in Blackistan. But who wants to live there, right? I want to not be here tomorrow. What the fuck? Anyway, what is this video about? I'll be doing good and staying beautiful like you do. This video is about black women, rape. Black women and rape. And I just felt like we kind of did a video about it. Then we did a black woman incest. And I feel like this needs more chopping up, working, and investigation by your nosy neighbor lady, ghettoologist, hoodologist, trapologist to the day to make you feel a little better and stop harboring shame and guilt about things you can't control. So we do see that there's a rise with this ride share, that people are getting raped in Ubers and Lyfts. And I think that one thing about, of course, black women rape is goes underreported because black women are scared to report it. And also, of course, black women are more likely to be raped. I don't know if you know who your predators are or who's doing this to you, but they say 2/3 of women who are raped know they're rapists, okay? So you can think about the people you know and who is most likely to do these things to you. If we're black women talking about black issues and black things, we're just gonna move on from that thought. Did you like this video? Let me know. Are you enjoying our rape discussions where we're getting more into it, where a lot of times black women are told to be quiet about rape? Black women are told you asked for it, you deserved it. Black women are also told this happened to me and I'm okay, forget about it. But they don't tell you how to deal with the shame or the guilt. And I cannot tell you how to, because not that I have not been a rape victim, but because I don't know everything. But I know that anything trauma related starts with honesty with yourself, about yourself, and honesty with yourself about your perpetrator and their mindset and their goals and their values and their makeup. So they say rape is about power, control, and violence. It's not about romance. It's not about love. If it is a lust, it's the lust and hurt. Lust to want to hurt somebody, not lust as in you're so sexy. We see people say, oh, what did you have on? What were you wearing? Was it day or night? A lot of times they say black women or all races of women are often raped or sexually assaulted in a familiar setting. It's familiar to you, it's familiar to them, or it's familiar to both parties. It could be one of those three. These can be family members, these can be co-workers, these could be friends of friends, these could be your friend, this can be spouses as well. People can be raped in relationships. I know that's kind of a big concept for Blackistan, but yes, they can. And I think that black women need to start supporting each other and listening to each other. I think that our stories are more alike than different. They say when women go on to college, 1 in 5 women will be raped or sexually assaulted. And that's actually the statistics for the world also. 1 in 5 women will be raped or assaulted. And with thinking about this and thinking it's your fault, I want to shatter that myth right now, today, with you as your nosy neighbor lady show. Nothing is your fault. A predator is a predator is a predator. Sometimes they groom their prey. Sometimes they come in for the kill, the attack. But if 2/3 of them know you, it's a growing process to build trust. And that's why I tell y'all, if y'all going over a guy house and not having planned to have sex with him, that is not even somewhere you should be going. It's just dumb and it's stupid. Now, I'm not blaming you, but if you heard my voice, and I told you this before, and that's why I'm saying it again, if you're not ready to have sex with a man, don't go to his house. Don't go on his property. Don't go on his turf. Can you get raped in cars? Yes. Some people are small enough, but they often say fight or flight. The other one is freeze. Sometimes our body shut down to let the trauma happen so we can survive the trauma. That is also, everybody's not a fighter, everybody's not a runner, but I'm running, honey. But the time that I was raped, I know we talked about it before, I just don't remember the video, but the guy, I saw that we was going to do it regardless, like he was going to take my coochie. So I'm like, let me at least get a condom. And you're thinking, oh, why would he just stop for that? Because I knew it was, I was not going to fight him. I didn't want him to beat me up. I didn't want my face bruised. I didn't want to tear up my house. I didn't want to escalate the situation. So I just let him do it. So I just looked at him, and he was like, why are you looking like that? I was like, because I told you I didn't want to do it, but you made me do it. So here we are. How can you talk yourself through that? Because I'm a nosy neighbor lady. I'm a ghettoologist, hoodologist for real. I know people mad. And when that flip switched in his eye and I saw it, I knew it was nothing I could do. Another guy was going to take my coochie. I ran. This was years ago. Some told me get out. I didn't go the first time or something. Or we laughed or he pulled me back or something. And it was in a joking fashion. But the way he looked, I said, he's serious. So that next time I had made that joke, I ran for that door and opened that motherfucking door. Because I think the first time I went, the lock was funny or something. And so the second time I went, I knew what the fuck the lock was doing. But y'all, violence only escalates to more violence. You can't say how someone will rape you. You can't say the limitations. Oh, he's just going to have sex in my vagina. Even if vagina, right? That was real southern or midwestern. I'm from the Midwest. But if you like this video, let me know. But when somebody takes your butt or sodomy or, all kind of shit that can happen, beating you, slapping you, punching you, telling you you like it and you don't, weird, creepy shit, biting you and shit, somebody you wasn't even thinking about like that, that's traumatic. It's emotionally traumatic, physically traumatic, mentally traumatic. And I saw something to say y'all make less money. But see, I was older kind of the one time when I let the guy do it. A lot of time it was really weird to me because I had went my whole life without somebody raping me. And then once I got older, that's why I knew it was a shift in the culture and that I was too old for the game or whatever. I think I was like 26, 27 or something. And I'm like, wow, seemed like if something like that would have happened, it would have been happening by now. But this other guy, and I remember I got saved because it's like, we're going to do it. So we was doing it, and he was like, nah, we're going to do it like this. And I said, we're not doing it like that, in my butt. And he must have flipped me and did me. I would have never thought I was 200 pounds. And he threw up. Because, because my legs are strong, so I'm like, no. But I'm not strong enough for a man. This dude was like fucking 6'7". So I remember he threw up all over the bed, and it was like perfect. And I actually never spoke to him again. I called, but we never spoke after that. You do call to be like, bitch, so you taking pussy out here? Y'all know I'm crazy. So you're a pussy taker. That's what you do. And even the other guy he kept calling me. The guy who did and do it, I was looking at him. He kept calling me, and I was like, "You don't realize that I don't like you and I don't trust you and I feel like you raped me." But of course, I couldn't report it. It was in my house. I'm grown. I got kids. By the time you do police reports and all this shit, and only the Lord knows what's encompasses. I didn't feel that bad because I knew it was gonna happen. I felt like it was my fault. But unless they don't make it feel like it's your fault. But I was old enough to process what I was doing, where I was at. You know, we were at my house. I had worked a night job, and I didn't know he was like that. But that's why when y'all invite people over y'all house, y'all really got. But like that was years ago. Like, but if I do invite somebody or whatever, these things can happen. I think they call it date rape. I think it's called date rape. Remember that movie, I think, for Color Girls? I think it was for Color Girls. And Nanika Nani Rose was the girl who was on a date and got raped and never would have suspected. And it was that one guy that be in the movies from the 90s that was on Juice. And it was so scary because he was the good guy in that movie, but then it'd be like that. You be thinking you know somebody till you don't. So what? And then it's the shame behind the rape. It's like, what do I tell my kids? What do I tell my boss? What do I tell my spouse? What do I tell my sister? I can be transparent about Mac. I don't feel bad about my life. I feel like it's a tool for me to help you live a better life and to free you. So, not that I guess I could have not, but it wasn't a thing like that because I just knew what was going to happen. I just let him hump me till he was done humping. I'm not finna fight for something that didn't seem like worth fighting for me. It's like, well, maybe you really wasn't raped. No, I really didn't want to do it. I really told him that. I really didn't, but I saw that look. Once that glaze and somebody be over somebody else, ain't no going back. That's why y'all need to learn how to be knowing people. That's why we talk about, well, we ain't talked about parties. I was actually kind of thinking about making a video, but parties, drugs, sex, fitting in. You think you want to fit in till it's time to fit in, and do you want the initiation, girl? Even places I done been where I knew if I had sex, it might have would have got me farther, or with people I knew if I would have had sex, it would have got me farther, but it just wasn't in my heart. It wasn't in me, and I don't know how we got there, but yeah, black women don't tell because the humiliation and the shame. The Uber assault rape, they do have a sexual assault lawyer. Uber sexual assault lawyer. If y'all have been sexually assaulted by Lyft or Uber, y'all call them people Uber sexual assault lawyer. I'm sure it's hotlines and businesses in your town. I think black women should start congregating and getting together for that. Because, of course, I can't organize everything. I'm just one regular lady. But with the powers of black women and the money y'all got and the resources y'all got and the places of power y'all got, we should reach back for our young daughters and our nieces and our, and we're not even talking about black women who are lesbians who get raped by men. Think about the shame in that. And some girls do go be gay because they've been raped by men or violated all their life by men, just a distrust for men. But we can go men are victims too, but that ain't shit but black male worship and taking the topic off black women, who this video is about. Also, when you have friends and y'all go out, go with friends you can trust. And if you can't trust them, always be ready to run. And always don't back them up. But once a girl show you can't trust her, you fuck with her accordingly. You don't be safe with her. You know to watch her with anybody else. You don't go nowhere she want to go. You always got to watch her. But I feel like you shouldn't hang out with people like that. Or even if it's trust, it's to be so much trust, like a little bit, where at least if I go to the bathroom, you going too, girl. Or like you're not going to leave the club without me. Like I never really had to worry about that type of shit. Or I had my own ride a lot of times, though. Like I was just, me. I always had my own, so... It's just black women issues are swept under so many rugs and so many fucking basements and dwellings and caves that it's like we gotta start talking. A lot of black women issues come from rape and molestation. It goes unvoiced, unheard, unspoken. We don't use our voices. They only say 1 in 15 women actually report who are black. I don't know to tell y'all to report more or don't report more, but if y'all don't do nothing, y'all got to be honest with yourself about your perpetrator. I don't know what y'all should do, but I find that if you report it, you will feel like you could get justice, or you will know you did all you can do. When y'all want to cry later, you got to do, and I hate to say all you and talk about it then, but now that's why we're talking about it here, though. Or talk about it now with your sister, your mother. Remember way back in such and such and I was acting weird? I had got raped. I just didn't want to tell you. That could be freeing. Y'all do need therapists and psychologists, real bitches with degrees and shit to help y'all. I wouldn't recommend a black woman unless you feel comfortable, but she might gaslight you because she don't know no better. She's just a black woman on the rise like you. So I would think that another race of person can help you better, but whatever you can afford, whatever your means, poor black women, stop acting like Medicaid don't exist. And or if you don't feel comfortable, call a hotline, text a hotline, talk to somebody on the phone, talk to somebody on text. I do hope to in the future. I don't know how long it would take, but I do want to have our neighborhood definitely reach back into the community of black women, girls, and nieces, and somehow, some way, I really want us to get on the ground, boots, action, whether we vacation together and on the Saturday we go find the missing black girls, or we go make a thing where we all make sure we share this girl who is missing or this girl's story, or and go see the families and bring them food or something to even if we do like a rape center where people can call in and y'all can answer from y'all home and just work on the day you want to, one day out the week. And if we all do one day out the week, or so many girls, and we can just talk, and the only thing we gonna do is shit, say yeah, and okay, because, and share our stories, but not tell people what they should do, but guide them in the right directions. I will hope. But if it's a neighborhood and we're really organized, we'll have like a template to ask open-end questions and not just yes and no's to cause blame. But I think black women need to give each other grace, and I hope one day that we can be a place of grace giving women to other black women. I know it won't happen overnight, and hell yeah, we're gonna get in y'all ass, but I think that I really appreciate you all, and I want you to stand up for that young black woman, stand up for that young black girl, a young black lady, or even if it's an older black lady, or however you want to stand in your stance for black women issues. Be a listening ear without judgment, and that will go very, very far regarding rape and sexual assault of black women. And don't try to make the story about you. And then after, you can tell your experience if you want to, but sometimes we want to outsad each other or outpour bad experience each other. Like, mine way worse than yours. We're just so competitively hateful. And even I was listening to a video, I'm like, I shouldn't have to keep correcting my words. Like, they know I mess up my words and they know what I mean, but it's just the shunning and shaming of black women voices that make us insecure. So I just appreciate you for letting me be insecure and talk about my insecurities and chat with you all about serious subjects, and know that we have to heal our mental health, our trauma, our mental illness, our issues that go on unaddressed, our problems, and our broken pieces, so we can, if we can't put them back together, we can at least mish and mash and blend them so that we can coexist with our traumatic selves and find peace or solitude with what has happened, or just letting go of that shame and guilt. It's really that shame and guilt though. So stay beautiful. I will see you next time. Make sure you are staying beautiful and wonderful you. Make sure that you're loving on yourself the most, and just stay dream chasing, fucking jet setting and creating, and I'll see you.